What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody.
Woo-hoo.
Happy day after the Grammys. We'll get into all of that. It was actually a fantastic show.
One of the best.
It was a great show. It was a long
Dare I
show,
say.
3 hours. So we'll get into that.
Almost 4.
Yeah, almost 4. Holy shit, you're right.
Yeah,
It was 4,
It
I
was
think.
basically
Yeah,
4.
I just counted wrong. It was 4 hours.
Yeah. It ended at like midnight, right?
Yeah, it did. 11:50, like, on the dot.
Yeah.
It was a
4 hours.
It's a hefty show.
Honestly, it could have kept going and I would have been like, I don't think I've ever said that I would, after a Grammys, like waking up the next day being like, I would actually rewatch that entire Grammys. I would.
No, the performances were so good, but we'll get into all of that. How we feeling? How was the weekend, everybody?
Wonderful. Had a lovely weekend. It was my brother's birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, JB.
So we went out, eat a little shindig Saturday night, couple good dinners.
It was groovy.
Celebrating. A lot of fun.
Yeah, groovy place.
Yeah. Good vibes, good tunes,
Disco
good
balls.
peeps.
Yeah, good tunes, good vibes.
Yep.
I had a double feature this weekend, actually.
Yeah.
I saw you,
Yep.
and then I saw Noah. Not at the same time.
Nope. Different plans.
Same night, though.
Yeah, same night.
I was laughing because I was like, I actually don't think I have gone out to a bar on the Lower East Side years. Like, actually years. I was just walking down First Ave, and like as we crossed over Houston, I was like, oh my God, I have not been in this area, I think, in maybe pre-COVID. Like, I was like, I don't
really?
I'm like, I never go out down there. Never.
No, I would say the last time I was at a bar there, I want to say 2021.
Yeah.
Which I guess is a long time now.
Maybe like Lauren's surprise party. Like that was,
Yeah.
and like that was kind of down
But
there.
it's the type of bar that we're talking about.
Totally. Yeah. Like the more of the like Lower East Side vibe.
Oh, wait, just kidding. The Green Tea Tour.
I was going to say, I thought that
2022.
Yeah.
The Great Green Tea Tour of 2022.
Yep, there you go.
Happened
You were
in the Lower East
definitely
Side.
down there. But no, it was lovely. It was a fun time. But I really was like, I forget what it was like to like go out to like a bar on the Lower East Side.
Right. They write songs about that.
I know. I just
Perhaps
have my like
smoking
5 places that I'm always at, you know?
Yeah.
But-
The usual spots.
Exactly.
Same sort of vibe this weekend for myself. JB's little birthday
Yeah.
bash, some dinners, great spots. Went to Brooklyn Saturday morning. Went to this bakery in Brooklyn that's absolutely just incredible. My family loves getting this Sicilian desserts. They're called cartoccis for the holidays. They're fucking incredible. It's like it's like cannoli, but not like it's fried. It has like the cannoli cream in the middle. It's like a donut. You know, it's hard to describe, but it's so good. Look it up. And instead of doing a classic wedding cake, we're doing like we're doing cartoccis, like layered to look like a cake sort of thing, because we're doing just like a small little wedding cake for us to cut, whatever. But like the thing that will be served is the cartoccis, which I'm fucking pumped about, and I can't wait for everybody to try them.
From this specific bakery?
From this specific bakery. So we had to go there, talk to them, do the whole thing, and it was just incredible. Just so good.
I was in Brooklyn as well on Friday night. I forgot about that. But a real New York weekend.
Yeah.
Real New York weekend, moving and grooving. Went to a concert with Joe. So, you know, some funk band that I've literally never heard of.
Some
But I was
vibey
like,
band.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, why not?
And it was lovely. So at the Brooklyn Bowl, which was a cool spot. Half bowling alley, half live music venue.
Yeah, it is a cool spot.
So really enjoyed that. We saw
Did you bowl?
Galactic. They're actually a New Orleans band, which was cool.
Are you following them this week?
Well, Joe was like, I think, you know how he sold me to? He was, last week, he was like, they are a New Orleans band. I think that's pretty good juju if you wanted to go see them with me. I was like, so true. You're so true.
You're so in.
I should go.
How are you feeling now, leaving for New Orleans right after this?
Yeah. I'm excited. It's going to be a full week down there, which I'm excited and a little bit nervous about, because it's like, you don't want to overdo it at the beginning of the trip where it's like you got a long ways to go.
A lot of people don't get there till like Wednesday though for Super Bowl week. It's always like
Totally.
Monday, Tuesday's a little calm. Wednesday,
Yeah,
people
the
start
Dozens
getting
Tuesday
there.
night though.
Yeah,
like it's
right,
like things are ramping up early.
Things are happening. I can't wait for you to text me with like some gossip, some things happening. You know, what I mean?
I'm participating in a table tennis tournament on Wednesday.
The Battle of the Paddles.
And I'm hoping that by, and I'm like still, it's going to be so funny because I still like kind of think that they're going to like email me and be like, just kidding, we don't want you to play.
That's not going to happen.
But, and I haven't like publicly, it should be going up today. So hopefully that'll seal the deal that I'm actually participating. But, should be really interesting. It is a lot of like current pro athletes that are playing. I did get some reps in.
Let's go. You guys have practice?
I went Sunday afternoon with Joe and JB.
How'd you do?
I can hold my own.
Yeah, no one's doubting you.
Yeah. But it was funny because Joe loves to be like, oh, Fran, she always downplays her athletic ability. Like I'm like, Joe, let's rein it in here. I'm talking about ping pong. Like, like we're
Hey, that's an Olympic sport.
No, but I'm like, I'm not gonna gauge my, like, I may be better at, I think for the tournament, we have to call it table tennis. But it was like, I think, I may be better than an NFL player playing table tennis. But if we're going to go with that guy being more athletic. So,
yeah.
No, it was just funny. But I felt good. I hadn't played in a little bit, so I just wanted to get a paddle in my hand.
Yeah.
Make sure
feel it out.
Make sure it all
flip it around and
exactly.
stuff,
Make sure it all came back a little bit.
Yeah.
See how it feels.
It's like riding a bike.
Practicing a couple different serves, trying to learn a little backspin. So that'll be interesting. So that's Wednesday night. I think you could stream it.
Oh my God. Fran, if I can stream Battle of the Paddles, I am watching right on the dot of when it's happening with popcorn. I'm going to make my family sit down with me and be like, we're watching Fran with Battle of the Paddles. Okay? Like, I need that to be streamed because I need to watch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So
I'm going to be hooting and hollering at the screen.
It's going to be quite funny. But no, it's going to be a great week. My whole family's coming on Friday. So... Joe, JB, Gia, my parents, everybody's coming.
It's going to be
Friday,
amazing.
so it's going to be a ton of fun. We'll have the weekend with them. Going to bop around. I have secured tickets to the game.
Let's go!
I have secured tickets to the game.
Yes, she has, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm also fucking pumped about. And also, a little nervous, as one should be, because I did this 2 years ago, and it wasn't a great outcome.
Right.
And if it happens again, the same outcome, I'm not even going to speak it what that would be out loud. You won't catch me at the next.
Because the one time you
won't
didn't
catch
go,
me at the next one.
They won.
Yeah. Then I know that I'm cursed.
But you were at the last game and they won, so
exactly.
You never know.
And that's just kind of how it goes. And I know my deep Philly fan people will understand, like especially with your dads and the juju and the whole thing. It is very real. I mean, in the early 2000s when they made all those NFC championship games in a row, my dad went to all of them. They lost 3 years in a row. They lost every single one. The fourth one, he didn't go. He was like, fuck it, I'm not going. They won. So he was like, that's it. I'm never going back to again.
Very fair.
Now,
but he was at the Super Bowl they did win.
He was at the one they did win. Exactly. So here's the thing. Right now, I believe they are going to be at the game, hopefully, but they haven't pulled the plug on going yet.
They'll be there.
I can't imagine they wouldn't.
They're going to feel the magic in the air, and they are buying those tickets as soon as their feet land
I can't
in New Orleans.
I can't imagine they wouldn't or will, try and find a way that they get in the door there, which then brings back in the good juju, because then my parents were at the Minnesota Super Bowl together, so
you need your parents there. Actually,
for sure.
I'm gonna text them and say that they need to go.
That they have to
then
go.
give them more.
That's the push that they need.
Yeah, right.
No, yeah, I have a feeling it'll happen. I think they might be bringing the dogs. They're road tripping from
my
Florida.
God.
Yeah,
wow. That's going to be fun. Fun little road trip on the way there. You never know on the way back. Hopefully it's great on the way back too. You never know.
For sure.
Super excited for you though. Can't wait to hear all the stories that happened this week, during the whole week. A lot of people are down there, a lot of celebrities, influencers, the whole thing. So I cannot wait to hear the stories.
I'm excited
I hope
to
you
see,
meet some cool people.
Right, and I feel like it's going to be such a fun environment, because past Super Bowls, things are kind of spread out. There's not like one area that everybody's hanging out. I just feel like walking down Bourbon Street, you're going to be turning left and right. It's going to be like players, everyone,
right? Because
all over the place.
Everyone's going to want to go to that street.
Exactly.
So it's going to be a blast.
Exactly.
I cannot wait to hear the stories.
I was laughing because on Jason Kelsey's late night show. Do I have more shit on my face?
No,
oh, no.
I was wiping my own face.
Okay, I thought you were looking at me like, you got a little something.
No.
He's watching his late night show, and on the YouTube they show like in between the commercial breaks, like that not is what is on ESPN, and he's always like talking to the crowd and doing stuff or whatever, and he's like, I'm so excited to get down on Bourbon Street and like do this, do that, and Kylie was like, why don't you give them your whole fucking schedule?
Oh my God.
Why don't you tell them exactly where you're going to be and what time you're going to be there?
So true. I mean, he's going to get bombarded. Like so many people are, but he's going to get...
Really made me laugh.
Oh, he's going to get bombarded. I'll be in Florida this week.
It's gonna be nice. Warm weather.
It's gonna be 80 and freaking sunny every single day. Can't wait. Taking Luca on the plane for the first time today, helping my sister with that. It's gonna be a trip. It's gonna be it's gonna be something else.
You gotta document this.
I'm gonna document, but it's also like like my sister is a mother, but it also feels like we're two young kids taking care of the baby.
Right.
You just like revert back to being like your young sisters. So that'll be fun, but chill week. Hoping to see some friends that are actually there at the same time. My cousin Francesca, I think I'm going to see her on Friday. Matt's coming on Friday. My brother-in-law's coming on Friday. So we'll have a nice little weekend with the whole family there.
Love it.
This weekend, but during
family time all around. Just in different locations.
Yeah, family time all around. My nonno, my parents were making the guest room bed for me and my sister to sleep in, and my nonno was like, "Why are you making the bed?" And they were like, "Because Maria and Nicole are coming." And he was like, "No, Maria said she's gonna sleep in my bed." I said, "No, I actually never said that." My parents called me. I said, "No, I didn't. I never said that. I would never offer that. No, that's a no."
With him?
Yeah, with him. Like, no? You know what I mean? Like, no.
Oh, he's really feeling the love.
I guess he he called me last week. He's like, "I love you so much." I'm like, "I love you too, no, of course." But he's not that kind, like, as much as like my family is very like, "I love you, I love you, I love you." My nono is not really. But last week he's like really like, "I love you, I love you, I love you," which is great to hear, and so he's so sweet and so nice. But I was like, "No, I'm gonna be sleeping with my sister," because both of us, like, Matt's not there during the week, and my brother-in-law's not there during the week, so me and my sister were like, we'll just sleep together until the weekend. But yeah. I said to Matt, I said, when you show up on Friday, you should be like, "All right, I'm in Nono's bed." With Nono. He's getting old. I mean, he's 87,
Yes, yeah.
He's innocent,
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, it's
I don't want to sleep in bed with my 87-year-old grandfather.
No.
Who does?
No. Can't say anybody's got that on their list.
Nobody's like, me.
Yeah.
No.
Things to do with your grandpa as he ages.
Right. No, absolutely not.
Yep.
That gave them a good laugh. Yeah.
It's just making me think of like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's just like you guys like head to toe.
Right, like facing opposite
toe to
ways.
head. Yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, should we jump into?
Yes, we shall.
The rest of the show.
One piece of hair I've been trying to wipe this entire time. I think that I kept going like this to my face.
Yeah.
So I had this one hair. Noah, how was your weekend? This was like the last time we
Yeah,
did this,
good?
remember?
Yeah.
Good, all right, moving on.
Okay, yep.
No, it was fun. I had a lot of victories to celebrate. And
We did, we'll get right into it.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
get
yeah.
into that.
The Grammys was really Noah's night. I think he
It was.
also basically won an honorary Grammy for all his favorites winning.
I just feel like this never
yeah.
has happened to me, which I'm sure we'll talk about. But like, just in any award show, I always
This
feel
just
like
hasn't happened to me.
the awards or the movies or the music that I want
Yeah.
to win or think should win never do. And then this time I'm like, wow, we
You're
did it.
basically
we finally
the
did
recording
it.
academy.
Yeah.
All 13,000
You overcame a lot to get to this step.
are named Noah Ives.
Right. All right, let's get into it so we can jump right into it. We're going to be talking about the Grammys. We got Weekly Watch Report, and we have a fantastic interview with Noah Centineo. So let's get into it. The big game is here, and there is no better time to get out to some games with the help of Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. You know how much we love Game Time, and now with their brand new Game Time Picks feature, they're making it even easier to get to a game. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. Philly is looking to knock off Kansas City and New Orleans, and you've got to get your tickets with Game Time. If you're looking for tickets to the big game, there are some amazing Game Time Picks deals on Game Time. Just pull up the chosen event, obviously the big game, and turn on the GT Pick setting at the top of the screen, and you can browse your deals on the Game Time app homepage. So what are you waiting for? Get those tickets to the big game. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHICKS, that's CHICKS, for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? It is game time, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Grammys talk. I mean, this was a spectacular show.
Yep.
3 hours and 50 minutes on the dot. Long show, but they crushed it. I really thought that this was a great show. A lot of performances. Not that many awards being handed out during the show.
No, I think how many do you think they gave away through the whole show?
What was it, 7?
6
or
or 7?
9?
9?
9 in 4 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you think
right.
about Kendrick, like, was 2 or 3 of those. So it's like how
Yeah,
many people
yeah.
are going
And
up.
they always, like, those last few are always kind of, like, closer together.
What do you think about that? Because people like Charlie XCX don't, like, a lot of people don't get to make speeches or have that shine, when they win.
What do you mean?
Like, all the awards being given out before it starts.
Oh,
I
was
gotta be
saying-
honest, I don't love it. Like,
Yeah.
I wish that they saved a lot of them because, you see all these people. Like, Sabrina Carpenter won her first Grammy
Yeah.
not at the show. Like, she
Right.
won it before the show, then she won again during the show. But it's like, to have your first Grammy, you kind of want it to be, like, during the ceremony, I guess. But I think
know.
either way, right? Like, you see
right.
you won a Grammy and you're like, fuck it, I won a Grammy.
I think it's solely just because of run of show is they want to keep the entertainment factor there, have all those performances and everything, and you just can't have that many performances and do all the it'd be 6 hours long. Like,
Yeah.
it's just they can't do it. And I know they try and do some of the big ones, and I think they do coordinate when it comes to, like, having that big moment and which ones they do announce, and they try to go through the biggest ones, but my brain just lost it completely. The
Dance?
duets, like
Oh,
the
like Beyonce,
yeah.
Miley one.
yeah, like Beyonce, Miley one, but that was like country. But then the pop one they did during the show,
Right.
So it's like I feel like they kind of pick and choose for certain ones. Like, you would think you would want the Beyonce Miley one to be
Right, so that-
televised.
It was funny
Exactly,
when Miley
but-
went up. She's like, Beyonce, we won.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Listen, Miley has the coolest confidence in the entire world.
She does.
And I want to be Miley Cyrus, but you can't be Miley Cyrus without accomplishing all the things Miley Cyrus has accomplished, right? Like,
Yeah.
Miley has earned the right to, like, talk and act the way she does, where
Yeah.
she's just like, I'm the fucking shit, and I want you all to know it, and you do. And we respect that about Miley.
Absolutely.
But let's talk about some of the awards that were handed out during the show. I'm going to our Chicks in the Office account where everything was posted spot on the whole night. Well, I guess we could talk pre-show really quickly because Kanye and his wife.
Talk about the carpet.
Yeah, talk about the carpet. Kanye and his wife showed up, Bianca and Kanye showed up to the red carpet, and she was naked. And
couldn't have been more naked, honestly.
No, she was just naked, like vagina out. And I felt like a Facebook mom because I was writing in the group chat like, this should be illegal. Like, this is disgusting.
I was cracking up. My friends were saying the same thing. They were like, can she get arrested? Like, this is public.
It's public indecency. Like, people get. You have to like, if you're naked in public, you have to like. Don't you have to register?
No, it's really wild.
No,
and it's like all these pictures are just up on Getty. Like, it's like she's just naked.
No, it's insane. She's fucking naked, clit out. It's disgusting. But
it's also like, is she okay?
No,
it's like alarming.
No,
like it's like she does not look like she is. She looks like she is trapped in some sort of Kanye mind game torture chamber.
Well, that's why I'm also like, part of me feels bad for her because I feel like she's being forced to do this.
Literally,
is she
there is
really
something
just
really gross about it.
It's gross, and I'm like, it feels like she's being forced by Kanye to like walk around as his just like, I don't even know like what he is trying to present. Like, it's just, this is my body, I own her, and she's gonna walk around naked as much as I want her to. It's fucking gross. It should be illegal. Kanye should never be invited to anything. Like, are we like, that's why when I saw this, I was like, how was Kanye invited to the Grammys?
And I said, wasn't.
If I was Taylor Swift and I saw Kanye was invited to the Grammys, I'd be like, see ya, have fun, find a new presenter.
Was nominated, right? Carnival, I think.
I don't know.
I'd be like, find a new presenter. I'm not fucking going. Turns out, people. It was reported that he showed up uninvited. He got escorted out. Then that article was taken down. So then people were like, wait, was he uninvited, or did they just want to show up on the carpet naked and then leave? Like,
right. So there's conflicting reports. Some sources say that they were asked to leave. Some say that he showed up, did the carpet, made his big statement, and then left. And like, that was like all that he was there and wanted to be doing, like, just like have that moment and then leave.
He is an really awful human, and
no thank you.
It's just crazy. Like, it's just insane.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre, and it really is bizarre that she looks exactly like Kim Kardashian. Like, it's this sick, twisted brain where he is presenting this naked girl in front of everybody that looks like Kim Kardashian. Like, it's really weird. It's just bizarre. Well, that ends my Facebook mom rant, but I was really mad.
No,
I was like fired up about it.
I mean, you can't if you're showing up in something that can't be shown on TV, like, that's a problem. You know?
It's just like, it's just bizarre.
Yeah.
It's just bizarre.
Yeah.
It's really
all around not good. So that was the, I guess, like, crazy moment of the carpet. People were really taken aback by that. Thankfully, it didn't really seem like he had any interactions with other people. That
it was
would
really
have been,
early.
Yeah, that it would have been uncomfortable. Everybody else came late. Beyonce didn't even walk the carpet. She was.
I mean, there's children at the show. People bring their kids.
Yeah. I mean, it's a massive, theater, and there are all these people around, and some other great carpet appearances, carpet looks. I loved Sabrina Carpenter's. Just blue. Oh my God, she looked amazing. I think that's my favorite.
She's got everything going on right now. You know what I mean?
Good.
Her and her team are so creative.
So good.
They've really, captured what she's going for. She has a vision, and now it's like, when you think of certain things, you think of Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
Right? Like, she has a look now. She has something that goes with her. So I loved it. I mean,
loved that. I thought Olivia Rodrigo looked stunning. Miley looked stunning. All the ladies crushed it. Chappell Roan's dress was like the same dress that Beyonce wore in an Elle shoot from 2003, which I thought was really cool too. Saw the side-by-side photos. Taylor looked beautiful. Taylor Swift, like, she always looks stunning. She's a stunning human being. I think people are a little more critical of her carpet looks because the possibilities are just endless, and she never like it's never like I'm never like it's never like I'm like, oh no, I hate that. She always looks beautiful, and she did last night. But I don't know if it's because of the emergence of these Instagram accounts and like whatever of these fashion accounts that like faux dress Taylor before these events and Photoshop, and they're like, oh, I'd love to see Taylor in this from this collection and whatever. And it's like, you're like, oh my God, that would be insane. She is, tall, stunning, beautiful, could really wear anything. So I'm like, sometimes I'm like, oh gosh, it's just almost there. Well,
this dress is you scroll and you see this dress on Revolve.
Yeah.
So it's like that's kind of the vibe, and it doesn't mean it's ugly or bad. It just means people expect more.
Yeah.
I loved the charm on her leg.
Thought the charm
I thought
was really
that was
cute.
hot. Like, that's cool.
People were all joking about the High School Musical T.
Yeah, T is enjoy.
Tia's enjoy. Thought that was cool. Loved Olivia Rodrigo's. Olivia Rodrigo always goes with like a classic black dress.
Yeah.
But it always works for her. She's so stunning.
Looked like she had a fun night with her boyfriend too, as well. He was sitting with each other.
I actually really liked Cynthia Erivo's too. I thought hers was really cool.
Yep.
Like the silver metallic, little open on the stomach. I thought it was very Grammys. I thought that was super cool. Charlie XCX, I thought hers was sick. I thought it was very her.
I thought Charlie's was really cool. I didn't love the boot, shoe, whatever you want to call it. Very her, that's Charlie.
You know who I love? Gracie Abrams.
Yeah,
I really loved Gracie Abrams just from the fact that I was like, wow, she looks ethereal is the word, right?
She absolutely does. Absolutely does. The veil and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's Grammys, but it's like, I thought it was cool.
Yeah. I love her so much. I did not love the look.
I like the top half.
Yeah.
I love the top half.
I didn't love where the dress fell. I didn't love the length of the dress. Chanel on a carpet is always like very classic, chic, which is exactly what it is. But for like the Grammys, I don't know if I'd want Chanel.
I thought she just looked like it was like beautiful. Like she
does.
really
She looks
pretty.
absolutely
Like her,
oh
her
my
glam,
the close-up shots of her face. Like she just looks like
gorgeous.
an absolute dream.
Alicia Keys, always super cool. Like she is just so fucking cool.
She is.
Billie Eilish, comfy and cozy per usual. Cool.
Yep.
Always looking cool. Yeah, I thought they crushed it on the carpet.
Yeah.
Doechii, I felt like
what I'm sure Beyonce has some pictures that she took herself.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll post because I liked the dress she was wearing.
Doechii was perfect because it played into her performance, and then she stripped down into a little sports bra and undie moment, which she looked so good, so incredible. Like, oh my God, just so good all around. But yeah, the carpet was nothing too crazy.
Yeah, then there was a big moment on the carpet that everybody was talking about during an interview with Babyface. The AP reporters basically like cut him off mid-thought, like as he is speaking, because Chaperone was behind him and they were like trying to talk to Chaperone. And
it's going insanely viral.
He walked off, and the reporter has since apologized, but like
her apology was like
kind of lame. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, sorry that I wanted to talk to Chaperone more. Like it wasn't an apology. It was like that's what you did.
It was like, oh, like no disrespect, blah blah blah. But like, oh no, it was a absolute crazy move. Really, I mean, so rude,
insane,
so rude. I don't care like what they're telling you. You are somebody's speaking to you, like to your face. Like I know you're on the carpet, you got somebody in your ear telling you to do this, telling you to do that. Oh my God, we gotta go to a commercial, or we gotta get this person. Let the person speaking finish their thought. That's just like rule of thumb.
Seems like standard practice.
Yeah, seemed like you let them finish their thought.
Babyface was even like, "Oh, you want to talk to her? Okay,
yeah.
Go ahead."
Oh, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, "All right, fuck me, I guess."
No, and Khloe Kardashian actually posted a whole long thing. Did you see her story? She was like, "That was so disrespectful."
It is so disrespectful.
And he is such an icon in the music world and everything, and you're just really incredibly rude. There's really no way around it. You apologize, you don't apologize. That's just
so
tough.
Rude regardless. Even if you do apologize, people are gonna be like, that's rude.
Yeah.
There's no way around that.
Yeah. Because you know what you're doing in the moment. Like cutting somebody off like that is intentional.
Yeah, and I don't care how excited you are. Like, just reel it in for just a moment. You're
Totally.
working the carpet. Like, you know how to do your job.
Yep.
Just continue.
Yeah, and the Grammys succeeded even with Trevor Noah. Once again, you know, he is useless.
The thing with Trevor Noah is just like the jokes are played out.
Yeah.
Like after getting,
I got one chuckle, and I don't even remember what the joke was.
Did you see the?
But I do remember having one chuckle and being like, okay,
there's
noted.
a shot of he says some like stupid joke, and Jochi like just rolls
Rolled
her eyes
so hard.
I love that, but after being so refreshed by Nikki Glaser at the Golden Globes, going to the same old jokes from Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
You're like, you know, I mean, he's up there doing his best, but it's we're not talking about, oh my God, Trevor Noah did an amazing job hosting.
5 years in a row. It's like, just give us another person.
Yeah. And like I will say, I do feel I will say it is very hard to navigate Grammys where there is, especially in an opening, in an intro, where it's not just your typical opening monologue. Like it did obviously start on a more serious tone, talking about the fires, how people can help, where you can donate. The Dawes performance starting with, there was Brad Paisley, Sheryl Crow, and John Legend. All these people, like there was a big moment where it is hard. Like you can't just jump right into jokes. It's a hard balance, so that's tough. And you still are trying to do both. But I will say, I felt like it was maybe the least amount of time he's spoken during a Grammys.
Yeah.
Like he really didn't have a lot of moments.
It was
there
just
were
like
sometimes
walking through the tables.
Yeah, like at the beginning and then like a couple maybe in between here or there. But the show moved without him for a majority of the time.
I do like when he's in the table area talking, because I don't care what he's saying, I'm just looking in the background, being like, what is Taylor talking about?
And like the whole opening time, it was just, he was right next to Chappell Roan, and I was like, oh my God, she must be like, God damn, this camera's on me for so long.
Right. When
like you like can't react, or like even you do, you're like, okay,
you're like, do I laugh? Do I not?
I'm in frame for this entire monologue.
Yeah. It's also like they had to incorporate a lot talking about the fires and everything that happened, which I thought they did a good job of doing.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
they raised a lot of money, which is amazing.
Did, yeah. So that couldn't have been the easiest job last night to do. But we went into it. We started off with the awards. The first award to be given out at the show was Best Rap Album, and Doechii won, which was incredible for Alligator Bites Never Heal. I texted Noah and I was like, I had to give a shout out to Noah because everyone, like, it just seems like lately everyone's posting about Doechii on TikTok.
Something happened where she became like every celebrity's favorite artist, like overnight.
Yeah. But I was like, you know what? Noah texted me about Doechii months and months ago. And I was like, I got to give credit to Noah. And he was like, saying you like something before everybody else is so lame, but like, I have to say that I did. And I was like, it is true. It is true. You put me on.
Great album, though.
Yeah.
I wasn't, when Doechii started like popping off, I was like, wait, I'm like, Noah sent me her. And I'm like, it's weird. Like when everyone starts like all of a sudden, it's TikTok. It's like it just gets picked up over and over and over again.
She's a really good performer, though. Like all like the performances that she had a Tiny Desk concert.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah. Only the third woman to win that award.
Lauryn Hill, Cardi B, and Doechii.
Kind of crazy. Nicki Minaj was never.
That is crazy.
It is crazy.
Kind of crazy.
It is insane.
As much that like the amount of dominant like.
I wonder what year. I wonder what years she like who she lost to when she lost Nicki Minaj.
Yeah,
Macklemore.
A few years. Yeah,
we'll have to look at. I mean, when Macklemore won, that was the most insane thing of all time.
But no, that's so awesome for her, and that was a really cool moment.
So cool.
Her mom looks exactly like her, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So cool though. So happy for her. And then Sabrina Carpenter won Best Pop Vocal Album, Short and Sweet. So happy for Sabrina. So well deserved, I think. I think it seemed like everyone was happy for her, standing up, cheering for her. She's so cute, and this album was really great. So
it was.
And I mean, like, some of the most popular songs this year, or like ever at this point with the streaming numbers. Yeah. She deserved it.
Totally. Short and Sweet.
when they
very
showed,
well named album.
Yeah.
I say.
they showed one of the packages for her songs, Please Please, and when like Barry was in it, I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
that's tough.
Yeah.
I know. She's probably watching like, what the? Best country album. Now this is where it got controversial. Beyonce won for Cowboy Carter for best country album. A lot of mixed opinions on this.
Yep.
They announce it. She looks shocked. Jay-Z looks shocked. Blue Ivy looks shocked. I'm now sort of leaning towards she was shocked. Like at first, I was like, I think she knew. You know what I mean? Like I think she knew she was winning something. But
I don't know.
with the amount, like if you look at everyone's faces, I'm like, damn, they all looked really shocked. Like if Blue Ivy and Jay-Z didn't look shocked and then Beyonce did, I would be like, no, they knew.
Right.
But they both looked really shocked as well, unless
thought-
they're just a really good on
It
pretending.
made me think, oh, well, she's probably not going to win the best album now. Like, they're going to give her this.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they did look pretty genuinely shocked.
Yeah, I no matter what, there's gonna be a lot of discourse around it because of her, not getting nominated at the Country Music Awards and things like that, and how she has been vocal about, not fully being welcomed and what the country community, like the country fan community says back to that and everything. But it's tough because I just really love that album so much that I'm like, okay, amazing, love it. And I'm not a massive, like, I will listen to country music for sure. Like I don't not listen or not play things like if I see people talking about it, like I'll give it a listen. But I felt like it stood pretty strong in the category that it was in compared to like the other nominees too. So
Casey
was a
Musgraves
big
didn't
one.
look too happy.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think if you are a country artist in that category, you are not happy about this. Like I think that Lainey Wilson, I think Casey Musgraves, I think they both, I mean Chris Stapleton, like everybody who's nominated in this category, probably Post Malone was nominated too, right?
Yeah. It's like right. That's like the same kind of thing. Post Malone made a country album,
but
like,
I think like the country artist in this category were probably pissed.
And by the way, Casey Musgraves' Deeper Well was like, sure, you want to call it a country album, but it was very folk. Like her stuff is not like fully, I would go typical country either. Like her stuff falls into that kind of like folky country, little poppy sort of vibe as well. I loved that. I thought that album was fantastic. Also, it just was a crazy year, really. Like there was just a lot of really good music, and it did feel like everybody kind of got their flowers a little bit here or there. Like it got trickled down. Through like some of the other awards that we could talk about too.
But Cowboy Carter really was an amazing album, and I think it was just in any category, like it won best album overall. So I think just like in its category, no matter if it's a country category or whatever category, it was gonna win. So
the hate is crazy.
I mean, it's just a lot of listen. And I am not somebody who listens to country music, so I cannot voice my opinion on whether or not I think if you are a huge country music fan and a really dedicated country music fan, then you have a different opinion on that, and that's fine. I don't relate to that because I don't listen to country music. I'm just like, I really like this album, so good for her for winning. Different opinion on that.
I couldn't have signed up faster for the tour this morning.
I wrote the dates down my phone.
All of them. Yeah. Me and Noah are gonna go full. We're gonna like dress up and go to that Cowboy Carter tour.
What are the dates?
It's like May,
they're like kind of spread out, but it's around Memorial Day weekend. It's like the 25th, 28th. There's like
4 nights.
There's
at
4
MetLife.
nights at MetLife.
How many nights did Taylor do at MetLife?
3.
4's a lot.
But 2 weekends. Oh no, it was 3. 4 is a lot, but it is they're not back to back. They're like it's from like the first one is it's like Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday is the breakdown of it. So I could not have signed up faster for
I'm gonna get
pre-sale. I'm like talking to my friends. We're like, oh God, I got to do the whole Taylor thing all over again. Like when I had to go get a Capital One credit card and try to get the pre-sale. Of course, Beyonce's City. So I'm like, oh man, it's going to be City card now. I'm trying to get it.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I got City.
Oh, hell yeah.
Shit.
All right, Noah's getting the tickets.
Noah's getting the tickets.
Noah, you're in charge.
Damn.
You have to include Lauren.
Right. No, Lauren messaged me last night when I put on my story.
She was liking some of my Beyonce
Yeah.
stories.
And she was like, yes, my queen. She was shocked.
Yeah. She was pumped. I was talking to her this morning about I was like, we have to go to this tour.
Best new artist was Chappell Roan. And I felt like this was so well deserved. And this is the moment where I went, the Grammys are doing it right now.
Yep.
The awards are going to the right people. Like it's not just one person winning over and over again. Like I felt like it was really well deserved. Chappell Roan, she got up there. She gave a powerful speech.
Yep.
You know, she talked about how much they give to the record labels. When are the record labels going to give to them? Talked about, not having a job and
health insurance
and all that. And it is a powerful message to do it in front of all of those big people in the industry that probably are hiding their heads down a little bit when they hear this sort of thing. And all the artists are clapping and they're standing up for her. And the big guys in the room are just like kind of like going into a little shell, like, she's talking to us. So that was a powerful moment. Very happy for Chappell. Very well deserved for Best New Artist. I think if Sabrina won that, it would have been like, why?
I was confused because I forgot all about it.
We talked about that. It's like she's not a new artist, but that's what happens. And I honestly, like, as much as I love Sabrina Carpenter and I love her music and I was rooting for her to win every award, I was not rooting for her to win Best New Artist because it felt unfair, honestly.
Really, and totally. And I mean, Sabrina has completely taken over for sure, but if you're really going off of new and one, that Chappell and that album really just exploded.
It took off.
Yeah.
So that was a great win for Chappell.
If you really want to change the way you sleep, you need to upgrade to Boll & Branch's 100% organic cotton sheets. You'll fall asleep faster with a luxurious softness that puts you in instant relaxation mode. You'll spend every night in buttery, breathable comfort and feel your sheets get softer with every wash. You can discover the difference with Boll & Branch's 30-night guarantee. The Boll & Branch sheets are beautiful, classic. I love the ones that I have on my bed. I have the beautiful, it's like a cream color. It's a neutral, so easy to wash, put back on the bed. I also have one of their waffle blankets that I love. I keep that on my bed as well. It's a beautiful blue color. Boll & Branch products are made different so you can sleep better at night. Woven with the finest 100% organic cotton on earth and crafted by artisans who earn the pay and respect they deserve. So now's your chance to change the way you sleep with Boll & Branch. Get 15% off plus free shipping on your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com with promo code CITO. That's Boll & Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com. Promo code CITO to save 15% off. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
The next one was Best Latin Pop Album with Shakira. Ugh, I love Shakira. I mean,
she is incredible.
Like,
me and some of my friends were just texting each other the number 48. We're like, how? How is she 48?
It's really incredible.
No, it's incredible. And she never ever looks different. You know what I mean? Like,
no,
Shakira does not age. I mean, neither does J-Lo.
For 25 years.
But Shakira has looked exactly the same. I mean, the way that she moves her body, it's just indescribable.
Yeah, the belly rolls are really...
I mean, she performed... I was like, I just want to dance like that. And Matt was like, you could do that. And I was like, okay. Like, I appreciate the support and the confidence that you give me, but let's be realistic. I cannot body roll like fucking Shakira. Like, let's be real. And I was trying to do it, and I was like, no, my body did not move like Shakira, okay?
Not
like
many
in my fucking
many
dreams.
people do, you know.
They don't.
She is one of a kind.
No, she
one
is.
Of a kind.
She is one of a kind, and she's spectacular. Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, they won Best Pop Duo Group Performance with Die With a Smile.
Die With a Smile is really a song that cracks me up because it's like, I know it, I hear it.
Why did I not know about this song?
And somehow it's like, but I was you joke because it's it almost felt like a Spotify plant or something, because anytime I would,
Bruno's trying to get that gambling money.
like anytime I would click on any curated Spotify playlist since that song has come out, it's been like at the top. It's like the first song. I'm like, where this song is on every like top, and the streaming numbers are
When
insane.
did it come out? Like,
a few months ago. It's like fairly recent.
When they started performing together, I really was like, what a duo. Who would have ever seen this coming, like not knowing
You had no idea
stuff.
that there was like they had a song.
I'll say this. I saw people dress up as Bruno and Lady Gaga for Halloween.
Yeah.
And I was shocked because I thought, people listen to this song? Coming from somebody who loves Gaga, and I do like Bruno Mars.
August 2020,
Wow.
mid-August it came out.
I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, people love this song so much they're dressing up as Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars for Halloween.
Yeah.
But I guess so, you know what I mean? It hit all the charts.
It has like a billion streams. Like it's like a really insane number.
Bruno Mars's numbers.
Yeah,
Lady Gaga.
yeah,
I text
100%.
you, yeah, that little man rocks.
Yeah.
So
Their performance was
that was a big one.
insane.
I was really selfishly, rooting for us with Gracie and Taylor because I fucking love that song so much. But you know, can't win them all.
No.
And really, it was not an awards night for Taylor.
It wasn't. We'll get to that after we wrap up talking about the rest of the awards. But Kendrick Lamar, record of the year.
Yep. Double
And
whammy.
not only did Kendrick Lamar win record of the year, the entire crowd sang A minor.
Yeah.
How much do they all despise Drake?
Taylor Swift was going crazy.
Every person was going. Taylor was going crazy. Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like, how much do they all hate Drake?
Yeah.
That they all joined together to sing this song when Kendrick won.
I didn't even know Kendrick was there. He showed up out of nowhere.
Listen, Drake has said a fair share about the Grammys. He literally has a song called Grammys. He has talked about the Grammys.
Yeah.
He has shit with the Grammys. He said that about Kendrick. Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now, like joking about how Kendrick just gets handed Grammys. And what did the Grammys do? They had the chance to do the funniest thing ever, and they did it. They were like, Kendrick said,
5 for 5.
yeah, they were like, Drake said, Kendrick opens his mouth and gets a Grammy. Here you go. Here's your Grammys, Kendrick. Like that, it was honestly amazing. And on top of that, wearing a Canadian tuxedo.
Yep.
Like he didn't even have to mention Drake. I think people got confused. He was saying, "What's up, Dre?" People thought he was saying, "What's up, Drake?" Didn't even have to mention Drake, and he's just wearing the Canadian tuxedo and winning the awards that like tried to take down Drake's career. Like it's insane. He also won Song of the Year, Record of the Year, and Song of the Year for Not Like Us.
Double whammy, record and
Best rap
song. The crowd
best
was
music video.
Yeah, the crowd was pumped. Really, like
I was
everybody
doing
stood
the
up.
Russell Westbrook.
Taylor was dancing. She was doing the sweep. Like everyone.
Yeah, she was like, "You sweep."
Obviously, Taylor and Kendrick have a good relationship.
Also,
Kendrick's been featured for songs with Taylor, but so it's just. But it's interesting when you think about it because you looked at those categories and it was stacked with really popular songs and a lot of popular pop stars from this year. And I think when that happens, and it's not to discredit Not Like Us at all, like, but I think when that happens, votes really get split. And those are the times when like the one you maybe don't expect to wins because it's like, oh, well, some people are going to go Sabrina Carpenter, some people are going to go Taylor, and then it's like, and then that sneaky majority ends up being like Not Like Us.
I mean, Sabrina
and things get
she did have
votes
huge
get split.
songs, but Not Like Us was like the biggest song.
Yeah,
of the year.
I
Like,
just
it
think
wasn't like it was like a crazy.
some people-
like,
I mean,
shock.
no, I don't know, 100%. Like I said, but I think like if that's what you're going off of, it's not what the award is based on.
It's not what the word is.
It's not what the award is based on. But like Espresso was fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're, but I really could make an argument for any of the songs.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why I think
But
some
Espresso
people
wasn't up for song. Wasn't it?
Record
Please,
of the
Please?
Year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and some people say the pop girls were snubbed, and like, you know, I see that argument because there were so many great songs, but I don't think you could take away how good Not Like Us was or is. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, do I think when I was watching, I was like, oh, this is espresso. Like espresso's winning this. Shocked that Kendrick won, but I love the song, so I'm not going to complain about it. You know, so many great songs in that category.
Totally.
But that was,
I think Taylor, you know, T2PD is a great album, and I love the album. But as far as like strong, like Fortnite to me isn't the strongest song that I would, and it was the single, so like makes sense that that's what was nominated for those categories because it was the single that she put out. But I just don't like Fortnite to me doesn't compete with a lot of those other songs.
I agree
in that category. So
the last award they gave out at the show was album of the year, which was Beyonce.
You just did what the lady did.
I did. I did. I just fucked up.
Cowboy Carter.
Yeah. Well, she was probably nervous.
Oh,
Noah.
she definitely was.
Yeah, I mean, come
seriously.
on.
I mean, I said not. She's a firefighter,
right? She's not up there presenting awards every day.
Yeah.
I do speak on a
I also
podcast
be
3 times a week, so I should be able to speak.
Yeah,
but
I also be shitting my pants knowing that I'm about to hand an award to Beyonce.
Right. She probably was like, holy fuck, I'm about to hand her an award to Beyonce. I can't even speak right now.
Speaking of, I did love that Taylor did announce the country.
That was cool.
Album category and gave that award to Beyonce. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. Anytime you could see those two interact is great. But Beyonce wins album of the year. Cowboy Carter is a fantastic album. And in this moment, Noah had texted a hilarious text to the group chat where he just,
Noah cleaned up.
He cleaned up.
It was my night.
It really was.
He said, truly, I feel tonight was about me.
Yeah.
That's what he texted.
And it really was. It really was. He dominated the Grammys, and we're happy for you, Noah.
Very happy for you, Noah. Do you have a speech prepared?
You'd like to thank those 13,000 voters? They really emphasized, I don't know what they really emphasized.
Do you think they should release
the amount of people voting,
the percentage of votes?
I don't know. Like, do you think they kept doing that to really be like, guys, let's remember it's 13,000 people. It's such a small amount of people.
Well, I think
it's a lot to me.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things.
No, the grand scheme, but like in my mind, it's always like a few hundred people.
I thought that maybe they kept doing that to avoid people getting really angry at like some of their favorite artists not winning. Taylor did not win one award.
Yeah,
and
I think that's a good look for her. She can go to the Grammys, not winning anything, have a good time.
And have a great time.
Yeah.
She was having a great time.
It looked like she was having a great time. I was like, this is why I fucking love her. She's champagne glass in hand, champagne bottle in the other, whooping it up for her friends,
she's having
fun.
a great time.
Yeah, I loved it.
And she knows how celebrated she is, that she could sit there and have a fantastic night. And, she's so used to performing for other people. It's nice for her to get to sit back and watch other performances and just have a good time.
A night for her to have fun. Didn't have to worry about performing. She just presented and then could.
Do you think they gave her the presenting because they kind of knew you're not gonna have anything else to do?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it's possible, but I also think if just because you think someone should win, it's not always going to be the outcome, and it is what it is. And I've seen a lot of people get really mad that she didn't win anything. But I don't think Taylor's mad, so I don't think everyone needs to get mad for Taylor. I think she's happy to be there, happy for her friends who are winning. I think everyone who won deserved to win. That's why they're there. So no reason to get up in arms about her not winning anything. She's won so many. You know what I mean?
The hate for Beyonce is crazy to me.
She's
just
getting,
about her
a lot of
winning.
hate.
People being any other album should have won over her. It's why? It was a great album.
It's funny. It is
people hate her.
Yeah, it's a polarizing album, which is weird because I thought it was. I don't know what's not to like about the album. Honestly, I love it, but I guess also if you're just a diehard Beyonce fan or a fan of the earlier stuff, it's a different sound. So maybe you don't love that, or it's a different whatever. And I think also just in this current climate, people leaning to Jay-Z, the whole thing. I think people are very iffy on.
I think
on
people
them
a lot
right
of people
now in general.
I see a lot of people talking about oh well, this is only because Jay-Z cried about her not winning last year.
Exactly, a lot of people that was
that's not why they gave her the award.
No,
they don't have to give an award to anybody. They
Taylor showed up people that kind of dispels they know they're gonna win. That's the only reason.
And if people want to complain about not liking Cowboy Carter, that's fine. There's plenty of people who also loved the album, so you can't it's not like it was universally disliked.
No, it's a great album.
Yeah,
and your Taylor argument is I think it does take away that nature for me a little bit, where sometimes I believe that artists are only going because they know that they're going to win or they're told they're going to win.
Right.
But Taylor was there and did not win, but had
Billie
a
Eilish didn't win
spectacular time.
anything.
Billie
Yeah.
Eilish didn't win anything, but they were there having a great time. And they all deserve to win. Like, they're there because they deserve to win.
Everyone there could win.
Yeah.
Right. Right. It's like, we
Everybody's a winner.
no, it's true though. Like,
Yeah.
everybody deserves to win. That's why they're there, you know.
Yep,
But unfortunately, there can only be one winner. But
Yep.
do you think Billie Eilish was crying for Beyonce or crying because she was upset she didn't win? I couldn't decide.
I
4.
I felt like 4.
Did you see Phineas said?
Yeah.
After?
Billie doesn't seem like Billie doesn't. I mean, I don't know her, but that like doesn't seem like her in my
Right,
mind.
to
that
cry
she,
over
that she
losing.
would like cry about
Yeah.
losing that. To me, I felt like she was like, "Wow, what a moment for Beyonce." You know,
I think so too, because I think everyone was crying, but Lady
Yeah.
Gaga was sobbing for
yeah,
Beyonce.
yeah,
And then of course I had to listen to
Birds of a
Telephone.
Feather
Yeah.
was like one of the biggest songs too. So it's like,
yeah, 100%.
and that was a great performance.
So, really the performances, 10 out of 10. All like they
Mm-hmm.
were so good. Everybody crushed it. I thought between Sabrina's number, I thought was fantastic. The theatrics, the jokes, like she has that like old Hollywood glam that she's bringing back that I thought was so cute. Little tap, the tap
is-
moment I was obsessed with.
She is a performer.
Yeah, it
she
really-
is a performer.
I like it.
So
Feels like
good.
a Broadway show.
Oh my
It's
god,
so good.
But it's like everybody. Doechii was insane.
Tochi's performance was
the fact that it went
crazy.
from Benson Boone, which by the way, shout out to Nikki Glazer for getting that spot to
Yeah,
like
yeah,
rip
yeah.
Benson Boone's shirt
Oh my
off.
God, also when he like stroked J Lo's
I know.
shoulder, and I was
And-
like, "Wow, okay, Benson."
The whole night, Matt kept calling J-Lo Benson Boone's girlfriend. And I was like, he was like, oh, J-Lo and Benson Boone. And I was
Yeah.
like, just because he subtly stroked her, he was like, you never know.
Yep.
Maybe she liked it. But
And that guy can do a flips, and he did not
He-
just one, but two.
I saw a tweet that was like, you know what? If I could flip, I would make it everyone else's problem too.
Yep.
And I agree.
100%.
But it went from Benson Boone into Doechii,
Yeah.
into Teddy Swims. I almost lost my goddamn mind.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. Like, I thought I was going to go into cardiac arrest. I was so excited.
It was really so good.
But then they lost me with Shabuzi. I hate that song.
I love that song.
bar
That
song.
song just makes me think of TikTok.
Here's
No,
the thing.
same. I hate that song.
The idea of it, like the idea of the song and how it's been everywhere, objectively, I understand why people wouldn't like it. But no matter where I am, what I'm doing, if that song comes on, I'm tapping my feet. It just happens. It just happens. Everybody,
I love
it
his
just
song on the
happens
Beyonce
every
album.
time, no matter what.
Yeah, I think
So-
Shabuzi has better songs
Yeah.
than
He
this
totally
song.
does. He
And
totally does. But it's a
I can't
catchy-
stand this song.
It's
The
a
mo-
catchy song.
The moment I heard it, I didn't like it. Like the
Oh.
moment people started talking about, like, you know that a bar song, and I heard it, I was like, I think you were in the car once. No, I remember we were going somewhere,
Singing in my head
and we
now.
were in the Uber, and someone said, "Put on a bar song." It was
Oh, yeah,
Tommy.
yeah,
Tommy
yeah.
was like, "Put on this
And
song."
you were like disgusted.
I put it on, and I was like, I despise this song, because I just think, classic. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. I think back to that. I do not like
Love
that
it.
song. And
Cynthia Erivo was
catchy
insane.
as hell. Cynthia brought tears to my eyes. Singing that rendition of "Fly Me to the Moon" was
Give her the Oscar, and I've never seen the movie.
Holy
Probably will never watch it.
moly.
But she's crazy.
No,
That's the first
she
time I've
deserves
ever heard
the
her
EGOT.
sing.
Give her that EGOT.
Please.
She now with the controversy over Best Actress.
Yeah.
Everything that has happened, we don't have to dig into it too much right now. But with Carla and past tweets and posts and everything, it'll actually be a disgrace, even more so, if Amelia Perez wins a ton of awards at the Oscars. And anyway,
Also, yeah, Herbie
Cynthia,
Hancock
like,
version.
oh my God, we were all crying in my apartment. Like, it was like so
good.
She didn't
stunning.
miss one note.
Oh my God, and it's like she's so talented because she takes these classic songs and then she just puts her own spin on them that are so respectful to the original, but then also like elevate it to the way that her vocal range is. It was beautiful.
You see,
she's a professional.
Yeah.
a lot of people are talking about like why she ended up sitting with Taylor Swift.
Apparently she couldn't find her
Yeah,
seat.
like and Taylor just told her to sit
Apparently,
next to her.
apparently she couldn't find her seat, so Taylor just like scooched over and was like, sit down next to me. Cynthia's a very tiny human, so
They recreated
it's
the
yeah,
holding
yeah,
space.
yep. I thought that was very funny. Taylor was really enjoying her night, having fun with pals and laughs.
Did you see Sabrina and Olivia like embracing each other.
No,
There's a
is
video.
that real?
Yeah, there's a video online. It's like in the background, but they're like hugging and then talking for a while.
Damn,
But
how did
Taylor's-
you saw
Really?
that, not us?
It was up. I saw it this morning. But Taylor's like in the foreground, but she's not like part of it. But everyone's talking about that. Olivia and Sabrina seemingly. Hanging out.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see it.
but I didn't see Olivia talk to Taylor.
No, I don't think they'll. I don't think they'll ever talk. There was no.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I see it. You know, good
That's
for them.
nice. That's
As they
nice to
should.
see.
As they should.
Just two
Because
pop
you know
girls
what?
coming together.
Exactly. And look at them at the fucking Grammys, absolutely crushing it.
Right, they're probably like, what do we care
Yeah,
about
right.
this past drama?
Seriously.
With what's his face? I don't even remember his
yeah,
name.
right?
Oh my God.
The guy from High School Musical,
Joshua
Musical
Bassett,
series.
former-
Yeah,
Josh Bassett.
Joshua
show.
Bassett. Like, who's even talking about him? We're talking
Yeah.
about them at the Grammys.
Yeah.
You know who's sitting at home watching the TV, deep breathing? Him.
Yeah, he's like, ooh.
Wow, that's such a nice moment. I didn't see that. That's lovely. But no, across the board, all the performances were really.
The Lady,
Yeah.
Lady Gaga one made me like close to tears.
Oh my God, there was and Chris Martin doing the
Oh, yeah.
the Liam and
Oh,
the Liam
that
Payne
was
moment that had me crying too.
Sad.
I kind of and I know that there are a lot of people to remember and everyone deserves a moment. I did think that there was
He's
going
got
to
the
maybe
most time.
I didn't think that there I thought there was maybe going to be a little more of a moment for Liam.
Maybe if like Harry and them.
I thought like maybe Chris Martin would have a little One Direction, like a little something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Not like
it is tough because
a
it's,
full
it's a weird
performance,
thing
but-
like to like.
Right, when
Make
you're doing
one
it in
person-
It is,
memoriam
it
and then
is,
you
it
make
is.
something about only
yeah,
one person.
No,
and-
absolutely. But
yeah.
that was just my own something I would have liked to have
Right,
seen. You know,
right.
maybe just
That's-
a personal choice. But no, that was beautifully done by Chris Martin, and there was a weekend performance
Oh,
as
yeah.
well that just kind of like got thrown in there, which was
That
interesting.
whole Grammys
There's
thing.
a whole weird, the Grammys. He said shit about the Grammys, and then that was at the Grammys.
Like
President or somebody
someone who's
from the
important.
Recording Academy had this whole speech about the week. I honestly was not listening. Like it's just
I tuned out during the weekends.
kind of, and then the weekend performed, and it's
Didn't do
just
it for me.
so hit or miss for me sometimes with him on if like the performance reels me in, but like the first 5 seconds I was like, this one's not for me.
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
I mean, the first 5 seconds, I was like, yes, The Weeknd.
Did you listen to his new album?
His sexy music. Yeah, I
there's some
listen,
songs
you
I
guys
like.
know I love The Weeknd's music. I think he's got some sexy songs.
Yeah.
It took a turn fast where I was like, okay, enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
first 5 seconds, I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's The Weeknd
Was
time.
that at the Grammys when he did the blinding lights, like, and he was like walking down
It was
the
the
street?
Super Bowl.
Oh, that
Super Bowl.
was no. There was maybe I'm thinking of a different one.
Oh,
he was
maybe.
like walking down a street and then
He
like,
did the Super Bowl blinding lights, and everyone hated it because it was very, very, or maybe he didn't. It wasn't
Maybe
blinding
it was
lights.
like VMAs or something
Maybe
too.
it was a VMA.
It wasn't
Yeah.
blind, or I don't know, but he did the Super Bowl and everyone hated it because they got really dizzy. But that performance took. I was like,
This
Yeah.
is apparently the end for the Weeknd. Like this is his last album as The Weeknd.
Yeah, he's
Is
he's
he
going
going
to Able now.
Is he going back to Able?
Yeah.
I think he's going back
That's-
to Able. But
Interesting.
I love The Weeknd's music, so I was excited, and then I was not excited because I didn't think it was good. Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
Keys was presented the big award of the night from Queen Latifah,
Mm-hmm.
which was just iconic back to back. You know, Queen Latifah giving an award to Alicia Keys.
Yep.
Very well deserved for Alicia Keys.
Yep.
She is an icon. She is so cool. Like, so cool. That's
Really.
how I define Alicia Keys.
She had the coolest, really. And her, her family, she had her son up there with her.
It was
Love
amazing,
that.
and a moment to honor Alicia Keys.
Yeah. That was a big revelation. Joe was like, Alicia Keys is married to Swiss Beats.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
And it just that I was like, yeah, and I was like, long time too.
Yeah.
I was like, they're going strong. He was like, wow, that's so nice. I was
They
like,
got a
"Yeah,
good
it
thing
is."
going.
But yeah, great appearances. I mean, Diana Ross
was right after
right
Alicia
after
Keys.
that. I thought Charlie XCX performances was awesome too. Very, very obviously very her and the song
Yeah,
and the whole
iconic.
moment was really cool. Billy and Phineas sang together, and they had old childhood pictures of the two of them on the back, which I thought was really sweet. Chapel did Pink Pony Club, which I was fucking pumped she did Pink Pony Club.
That was a
Also,
good performance.
nobody loves Pink Pony Club more than my husband. Like, he was singing at the top of his lungs. It was really, I have a video I'll show too after it was out. We were crying, laughing. He just loves Pink Pony Club.
He's just in it.
He just loves
Remember
it.
he knew that trivia question about Chapel Roan's what color her dress was on the album?
Yeah,
we got it
yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
And Joe was in the audience like, it's this color.
Yeah. Yeah. The funniest thing is, like, there were certain songs that you would listen to and liked, and then for the first time ever, because I bought the vinyl and I played it, and it was like his first time listening to the whole like album in order, and like halfway through he was like, "Oh my god, these are all on the same album. This album's amazing.
This fucking rocks."
So very very enjoyable, but really the showstoppers all around.
Amazing performance.
Yep.
Grammys gets an A+.
It does. The only thing I really, really wish that they made, and also I thought Chapel and Sabrina were like performing together. Was that a rumor that happened?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that.
I don't know.
That was reported
yeah, maybe
earlier
that
in
was
the
just
day.
a rumor that spread. But I don't. They had to have asked, and it didn't work out
Beyonce.
because there's no way that CBS isn't asking Miley and Beyonce to do that song
Such
together.
a missed opportunity.
Like there's no way, especially with them winning. Like if they had agreed to perform, that award would have been during the show. Like they would have given that award out during the show.
They're never going to perform
So
it
I don't
live.
know what happened. I don't know what would have happened, but my God, I really wish they sang Two Most Wanted together.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
She is going on tour now, so maybe Miley will make a couple surprise appearances if you get lucky.
A lot of people were joking that Miley won a country Grammy award before her dad.
Oh, that's, I feel bad joking about him right now.
Really?
It's sad.
Just a shot at Billy Ray. I mean, he's clearly going
I
through
mean,
it.
it's after we talked about it last week.
No, I know. I
It's
mean, but he's
just-
kind of like
No, I mean, he's
non-likable
having
figure.
because some
Yeah,
serious
it's
issues.
just like he has some
Yes,
issues.
big time issues for sure. But my God, Beyonce, as all the performances were amazing. There wasn't as many like people singing together as I feel like a lot of times Grammys they like put random people together to sing or do stuff.
Yeah.
There's a few,
There,
but not. But gosh, Beyonce and Miley would have been amazing.
I know.
So
God, maybe that happened.
Listen, we have to appreciate what we were given, and it was fantastic.
agreed.
Great show. Great show.
Great show. A+. Really, one of the best Grammys in a while.
It was really solid.
Really, really.
It was just a
good.
great year of music.
Yeah, that's-
that wraps up the great
Yep.
year of music that
Yep.
was 2024.
So
And
true.
hopefully we can have a great one into 2025.
So true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. This is the way to a healthy scalp. Get to the root of your healthy hair goals with Way's Scalp Care that will get your strands looking stronger, fuller, and healthier. Their hair and body products are made to be effortless and work for you and your routine. I have some products in my hand right now. Go through what I've been doing in the shower recently. In the winter months, I love their anti-dandruff shampoo. I use it when I really want that deep clean. It's winter. My scalp gets dry, itchy, flaky. So I go in with the anti-dandruff shampoo. Love it. Get out of the shower. And then there is the scalp serum. I love this serum. You can put it in your hair when it's damp and kind of rub it into your scalp. You can also use it on your hair dry, before you go to bed, things like that. The scalp serum balances and hydrates the scalp. 100% saw thicker, fuller strands after using the scalp serum, according to an expert grading study. This daily scalp serum, like I said, it can be used day or night with wet or dry hair. And it soothes irritation and keeps your hair stronger and fuller through a healthy, hydrated, balanced scalp. Use that when I get out of the shower. And then, of course, follow up with some of that Way leave-in conditioner. Tried and true. Love it before I blow dry and style my hair. So the way to a healthy scalp starts here. Go to theway.com, THEOUAI.com, and use code CHICKS for 15% off any product. That's THEOUAI.com, code CHICKS.
All right, let's get into the weekly watch report where we talk about the things we watched this week. Weekly watch report on Monday, weekly watch report on Monday, weekly watch report on Monday, weekly watch report on Monday. Hey. If only I could sing like the people at the Grammys. Okay. I started Southern Hospitality because people have been hyping this show up.
I did as well.
And let me
But
tell
we
you,
started different seasons.
we did. I just jumped straight to season 3 because that's the most current season, and I was like, shit, I want to be caught up. solid. I'm really enjoying it. I'll give it a B.
Yeah.
It's solid, you know.
I started with season 2. Because I will say I did watch a lot of season 1 and I didn't love it.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of fell off for me and I didn't jump back in when the second season came out. But we were, after like doing Watch What Happens Live and seeing some people around and hearing everyone, and honestly, we've gotten a ton of DMs from people being like, guys, Southern Hospitality is so good. So jumped in. I just started with the second season. I watched like the first 5 episodes of the second season. And honestly, it was so interesting too, because there's so much Sally lore in Southern Hospitality season 2 that I was like, wait, this is flying under the radar so much. Like, Sally just moved over to Southern Charm and is involved with the guys and the drama and Gaston. But I'm back to season 2 of Southern Hospitality. She's hooking up with Joe Bradley. She's but also hooking up with Gaston at the same time. I was like, oh my God, here's Gaston, here's Sally. There's so much going on. It's all so connected.
There's so much background information. I may watch the second season just to get a little background.
You should, but it's very good.
I'm very interested in season 3. I'm all caught up. I watched all the episodes. I'll give it a B. Watched Southern Charm this week. I'll give it a C-. Like, I don't know. I think it's kind of boring, these episodes. It's repetitive. I guess because a lot of it that's playing out on the show is like stuff we just have known in the media, like right now.
Yep.
Actually, I'll give it a C. I don't want to give it a C- because that feels too low, but I'll give it a C. Not that exciting.
I have to really hopefully we see Craig soon. Watching him offer Austin money for the podcast, I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, we really have to.
Watching him, I was like, no, Craig.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was like, oh gosh, I did not like that at all. And then the JT and Vanita, like, fake, like, I find that to be so fake. I don't know what is going
Vanita,
on there.
Come on, you can't be attracted to JT,
right? And also, like, JT continues to really weird me out, because you're telling me he's doing this whole thing, he's showing up, he's flirting with Vanita.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, they have this chemistry. She invites him over dinner. She goes. They make it all the way through dinner, and then he's like, by the way, I'm seeing somebody. Like, I have a girlfriend. I'm like, what?
Bizarre.
What, JT?
I have no patience for him. I think that's
really
also another reason why I don't love this, because I really just don't have patience for him.
It's too much, JT.
Traitors, amazing episode.
So good.
Incredible.
Like, this show is just so good.
So good.
I'm going to give this an A. Another fantastic roundtable. I see people like pissed about Boston Rob, and I'm just like, welcome to the gamer community, because Boston Rob knows how to play. You cannot get mad at Boston Rob for knowing how to play the game and the others not knowing. This is what's going to happen when you throw together people who are gamers versus people who are just Real Housewives or have been on reality shows that have never played like a competition show.
Yep.
You're going to have people that know how to manipulate and play the game. In which
master
he did,
class
which
from
he,
Rob.
it really was a masterclass
at the round
and also,
table.
you know what it was?
Chills.
Not only was it a masterclass from Rob, but also just a complete fuck up from Wes. Because if Wes didn't fuck up, Boston Rob's gone there. You know what I mean? But Wes fucked up so royally.
Yeah, he did.
That Wes has an off-putting attitude, and that is what made people go, now you're gone.
Yep.
Even though Derek was right. Like, Derek's like, we're all gonna look like idiots. And Derek's right. Like,
Derek
doesn't look like an idiot.
No,
the rest of them do.
And Derek really, I thought, did such a good job of explaining his case and explaining why they should go for Rob. And I really think that all Wes needed to do in that scenario, after Rob tried to spin it back to Wes, all Wes needed to do was double down on what Derek was saying. Like, I think if in that moment Wes was like, no guys, let's go back to what Derek is saying, I really think Derek's right on this. Like, if he did that, I think everybody would have gone Rob. But you're right, like, he went on this weird route of like, oh, like, I'll take you all out, like, if you come for me, like, whatever. And that sat wrong with everybody, and it ended up being Wes who got sent home. So really, I think he's probably like looking back on that, because it was like, And you could see the people who did understand. They're like, no, Derek totally had the strongest argument, but Boston Rob, man, you let him talk, and that's what happens. People get roped in. They're like kind of going more with what he's saying. Yeah. And Wes needed to go back at him stronger and team up with Derek and like push on that, and he didn't, and that was
that was
his downfall.
Wes fucked that up royally because Boston Rob was talking a lot, but his argument didn't really make a ton of sense. Yeah, it's just like when you start talking a lot, people are like, "Oh, okay," you know what I mean? He started convincing them. So
MVP, I love her so much, Dolores. Ugh, Dolores,
the best.
And she really just cracks me up so much too because she, like her confessional being like, you know, I really don't think Tom got a lot of attention when he was younger. You know, like it's just like
so good,
so funny. She's like, oh, fucking Tom Sandoval coming for her. She's like, nothing's better than watching Dolores put Tom Sandoval in his place because Tom Sandoval's never dealt with a woman like Dolores.
Yeah, right, but they have to stop just throwing votes out just because they're mad at people. Like they're wasting votes by just being like, oh, this person came for me, I'm voting for them. Like it's a waste of a vote. But solid, totally. I'll give that an A. And
we did get to meet some of the Traitors last week. We didn't really get to talk about it, but we did.
Thursday,
we did a little a press junket that they were having in the city, and we chatted with Brittany and Nikki and Dolores and Wes and Bob Harper and Dylan Efron, which was amazing. Loved everybody's so sweet and
so nice.
We're just having fun chatting it up about the show and how everything's gone down. I was sad about Bob Harper too.
I know that now.
I was like, oh dang, right then.
Just getting murdered sucks. Like you can't even do anything. You just get fucking kicked off.
Exactly. I mean, the shit that's going on with Carolyn and Danielle is out of this world. When they got up in the turret and they were just like. They're like, I feel like they get up there, they remove their hoods, and they're like, "What the fuck, man?"
It's amazing.
Rob's faces.
Every time they all get back together, they just want to fucking rip each other's heads off.
And Rob's face was so funny, and then they were doing like Carolyn did it again, and it's just gonna keep happening.
And then she was like,
Danielle started doing it again.
We have to get Danielle to Rob.
Yeah. I mean, they have to get Danielle.
Yeah.
They have to get Danielle. Danielle is making herself look really suspicious at all times.
Yeah.
But solid show.
They have got to be on. Like they got to get on Danielle
for sure.
That's got to be coming.
I'm giving that an A.
Great episode,
and that's everything I watched.
I will give it an A as well. I'll give Southern Charm a C+. I'll give Southern Hospitality. Now I'm watching Southern Hospitality season 2. I watched season 2 episodes 1 to 5. I'll give it a B. I'm enjoying it. Mm-hmm. I think there's some good characters on there for sure. I'm very intrigued by Maddie. And Maddie is like such a Miley Cyrus vibe to me. I know everybody like says that about her, but like her voice, her look, everything, totally see it. There's a lot of cheating. There's a lot of cheating with these young folks in Charleston. It appears
it's like OG Vanderpump.
Yeah, which makes for a juicy reality TV show. I watched the part 2 Salt Lake City reunion. That was great. I thought like the moment that they had with Mary talking about her family and Robert Jr., I thought that was really powerful, and everybody was able to, talk and share their experiences. And the other women were like, "Oh, I watched the episode with my kids," and like it really opened up a conversation, which I thought was really nice. Meredith is an absolutely unbelievable human being. Mm-hmm. Just like she will turn at a moment's notice where all of a sudden it seems like everything's fine, and then she's like, "I'm going to leave. I'm out of here." And you're like, "All right, Meredith." Like Andy's like, "Okay, like don't leave." Like it's like, she's got her notes app of all the, "You've called me this and this and this and this." It's just like Meredith lives in her own world, and the only time she really, like other housewives, they'll get fired up about other people's drama, and they'll insert themselves and like whatever. Meredith is just like, you talk about me, that's it. That's it. That's the whole thing. I'll give that a B. It was good. And then caught up on Beverly Hills as well with the most recent episode. They were hanging out at Garcelle's beach house. They were having a lovely time. Seems like Kyle and Dorit maybe are burying the hatchet a little bit. We'll see. Not really a crazy episode. I'll give that a C as well. It's kind of been smooth, standard, right down the center. Special Forces 7 and 8. We're right about at the end here, where it gets tough. Sadly, we lost 2 more girls. This was the end for Kyla and Christy, which they really put their all in it, fought hard. But when they get to like the endurance stuff, if you just fall over, like you can't keep up. So it's like they didn't like Kyla was like, I'm done. She left. Christy like just couldn't quite make it, which I'm sure, frustrating for her. But the other 2 girls, kudos to them. Kayla Nicole is a beast, and Alana Blanchard also doing incredibly well. So it's pretty impressive. I'll give that a B minus. B minus. And the last thing I watched was Love Island All Stars. Not the last thing I watched. Love Island All Stars, basically caught up. I am caught up. God bless Ekin-Su. She just brings a level of drama and theatrics that really the show needs. I'm sorry. Like she, I've been seeing more of the, I never really watched the unseen bits, but I see them now on TikTok all the time. And I'm like, damn, maybe I should be watching because they're really funny.
Yeah.
And I think Casey is hysterical. I think Casey's so funny. But there's a moment with Ekin-Su where she's going through this drama with Curtis in these recent episodes. And she's like off talking to Luca and she's crying. She looks at Luca. She goes, help me, Luca. Help me. It was like the most dramatic, like, help me. It was,
she knows what
I
she's
burst
doing.
out laughing. Like it was like not supposed to be funny, but I think Curtis I was like, oh my God, Curtis. I was like, is Curtis about to do the exact same thing he did the first time he was on the show?
That's exactly what I think is going to happen.
Like, he was really, I was like, oh my God. Because they brought in this new girl, Danielle, who's stunning, by the way. She's from the 3rd season. She was on it very briefly. I don't really remember her at all, but she seems awesome. And Curtis is definitely intrigued. And Curtis is kicking himself in the foot for saying that he was closed off when he probably shouldn't have said that. And my God, it's season 5 all over again for Curtis. He's doing the same shit.
Not surprising.
It's absolutely insane. I'll give it a B+. I think it's really good. There was elimination recently too where it felt like they made the right decisions with people going home. So that was good. I'm hoping Elma has a good connection with the guy that came in. I think she's amazing. I love her. And then I watched The Apprentice, the movie, which I thought was really good. I wanted to watch it because they're obviously both nominated, Sebastian Stan and Jeremy Strong, for their performances in it. And they were both really, really good. Jeremy Strong really blew me away. I thought he was great. I mean, Sebastian Stan played Trump really well as well. But I thought Jeremy Strong was
Jeremy Strong, do you think he has a chance?
I mean, my God, it's close between him and
I kind of heard
Kieran's
that he's
also
like
fantastic.
almost the main character in it.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much. And he's really, really good. I would give it a B. It's really like very solid. And fast paced. It's about the early New York life, and Jeremy Strong plays the lawyer that basically, so they say, like, made Trump and like made him into the guy that he was. Story. Yeah, basic. Yeah, no, like literally. So, yeah, the fantastic performances. So I wanted to see it for that because of the nominations, and that's everything I watched.
Okay. I think I brought this up in the last episode, but I started watching that show Paradise. The first 3 episodes are out, which I really like. It's very Losty. Yeah. Like Lost. Well, I don't want to say too much because like I went in knowing nothing, and then the turns that it took were like fun. Yeah. Not knowing what it was about, but James Marsden, he's great. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. I feel like it'll turn into one of those shows where people are like speculating on like the whole internet starts speculating together. Right. I'll give that a B.
Solid.
I watched this movie called You Hurt My Feelings. It's with Julia Louis-Dreyfus. It came out a couple years ago.
Saw that, yeah.
Which I was like, did I see this movie before? When I watched the trailer, and then I watched it I don't think I saw it. Otherwise, I just completely forgot about it. But it
Forgot
was good.
it.
It was a solid, like, kind of heartwarming movie, I guess. I'll give it a B.
Yep.
Traitors season 3, the last episode, A.
Yeah.
Like,
So good.
my thing is, which is kind of what Boston Rob said when he was here, is like the challenges are the least interesting thing to me. Like I'll be like on my phone during that. I'm just like, get me to the house.
Same.
Get me to the castle.
Once they get to the castle, phone goes down.
Yeah.
But during the challenges, I'm kind of like, eh.
When that song turns on, the song that they play like when they're walking to the round table, I get hyped every time. Severance, this past episode, season 2 of, I think, episode 3, B+. Like, the whole episode, it's like there's a big cliffhanger, which I'm excited for.
Everybody, this is turning into like
the
is
show
like, you have to watch. Like,
yeah, you have to watch.
I was at dinner with some of my brother's friends Sunday for his birthday. They were all talking about
everyone.
it. They were like, you got to watch it.
And I would say, like, if it's slow in the beginning of season 1, just power through because it really picks up. That's how I didn't watch it for a while because I'm like, this seems boring. But I watched Baby Girl. D. Horrible.
Oh.
Horrible.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know if you guys have different opinions on me on that.
I didn't think it was like horrible. I didn't think it was D. Horrible.
I didn't think it was D worthy.
It was awful. Let me just say.
No,
I don't know what I expected. I almost thought maybe like, oh, maybe it'll be funny because it's so ridiculous. It was just bad. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's not for me. Clearly.
Yeah. I'm not really sure if it landed for you.
You called it a Nicole Kidman passion project.
That was a Nicole Kidman passion project. I'm sure.
I thought she was great.
A ball filming that, but
yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm just like, what was the point of this?
It would have fallen in like
his character
in like
I hated
a
his
C+, B- world for me. I think.
I don't know. His character weirded me out, and like I was confused about like what was going on with him. She's obviously clearly like insane. Antonio Banderas was the most random casting ever.
This movie was not made.
It was not made for me.
I think like the undertones of the movie were not really was not coming through for you.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not.
That's fine. Yeah.
And then just in between Traitor season 3 episodes, I've been watching Traitor season 2.
Yep.
So I've watched the first 8 episodes of Traitor season 2. I love it. I mean,
first 8 is a lot.
The first few,
it's like almost the whole season.
I was like, oh, I don't like this cast as much as season 3
because you get connected,
and attached. But Pilot Pete is awesome.
He's awesome.
Pilot Pete was so good.
He was
last
so
season.
good.
And the way that everyone was talking about him, like he's acting like he's in the mafia. Like
he was so good.
And he's smart. Like some of the things he's doing, I'm like, this is really smart. Like enough where like real gamers didn't think that he could.
I know that we like laugh and Pilot P and the whole thing. Let's not. The nickname is he is a pilot. Like like he says. He does fly airplanes.
Well, that's why
for
Dylan Efron is giving a little Pilot Pete energy.
I think
for
he
sure,
is, but
100%.
From what I've seen so far, he's not on Pilot Pete's level of like gaming.
Right? Yeah.
Pilot Pete is like running the show.
Yeah.
And like setting that trap that he set was crazy.
He was great.
I'll give that an A as well. Like,
I
think Traitors just in general. I don't know where I've been because I remember you guys talking about it now. Like I remember when Joe Manganiello was here.
Yeah.
And you guys were talking about it. And I'm like, why didn't I watch this when it was airing? Because this is
it was
good.
so good.
It's good stuff. That's all I watched.
I just remember that I do have one more thing to add to my list, and I cannot believe I didn't say it because it really, really made my week. One Chicago. Big crossover event. This is the creme de la creme of the Chicago moments where they do it maybe once a season, and it's a movie. It's a feature-length film. It's real, and you go in one episode to the next. All 3 episodes connect into one long story.
It was like when the Disney Channel shows crossed over back in the day.
Yep, everybody's all in the episodes.
I know what you're talking about.
Yep. And my God, it's always great. And this one had me on the edge of my seat. There was, somebody got shot. It was like, is she going to be okay? Is she not? They were trapped down in the subway. And are they going to get the guy? It was a very intense crossover. Very good. I will give it a B+.
Solid grade.
Very, yeah. Like,
For the crossover of the century.
Oh my God, when I opened up Peacock on Thursday, like already in anticipation for Traitors, because Chicago Wednesdays, it airs on NBC on Wednesday, but normally like I'm a Peacock gal and I watch everything on Peacock, and I opened the app and it was the first thing giant, like the one Chicago crossover event. I was like, yes. And it was like
victory.
Oh my God. It was like 7:30. So it was like, oh my God, amazing. I'm going to watch this. And then I'll wait. Like I'll be a little late to Traitors, but that'll be okay.
Right, you'll lead right in.
Yes.
Oh, that's spectacular.
It was
no
amazing.
Better feeling.
And nothing was better too, because Joe was going to play basketball and he was like, oh, I think we may, pop over for a drink after basketball. And I was like, take your time.
I got everything
I was like, honey, take your time. It's the one Chicago crossover event. He was like, oh God. He was like, how long is that on? I was like, 2 hours.
I'm stacked and ready to go.
It's like, I got a full movie to watch. My movie is on. Please don't disturb me.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's such a good feeling, having shows back to back.
Oh my God,
it
was amazing. It was amazing.
The best.
All right, that I had to add that in.
All right. That wraps up everything we watched. We're about to get into a fantastic interview with Noah Centineo, presented by Truly Hard Seltzer. Truly Hard Seltzer is refreshing. It's light. I got one in my hand right now. This is my favorite flavor. This is the Mountain Paradise. Get it? Because it's pear flavored, and it is peak refreshment. This isn't the only flavor though. This is just specifically my favorite flavor, but there are a ton of other flavors. There's wild berry, which is a crowd favorite. I can't talk, but you get the point. Wild berry, a crowd favorite. There is also strawberry lime, which is a crowd favorite. Now I understand why I'm almost saying flavorite, because flavor and favorite together. Maybe I just came up with something new. A crowd favorite. Get it? Flavor, favorite together. You get it. This can of Truly Hard Seltzer has 5% alcohol. There's also only 100 calories and 1 gram of sugar. It's absolutely delicious, and we're super happy to be working with Truly Hard Seltzer this year. So thank you guys for coming on. And why don't you guys pick up a Truly Hard Seltzer so you can join us the next few seasons in drinking some hard seltzer with us. Go to trulyhardseltzer.com. Look at where you can pick up some Truly Hard Seltzer near you, and let's dive right into this amazing interview with Noah Centineo. All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest. We are joined by Noah Centineo. The Recruit Season 2 on Netflix is out now. Thank you for joining us, Noah.
Thank you so much for having me.
We've been wanting you to come on this show for years now, so we're happy you made it today.
Well, I'm stoked to be here. I'm honored.
Yeah, seriously. It's funny because it's like when you have people that are on the list, and when it finally comes through, we're like, yes.
Right, it's like it's been yes. 7 years.
It's been on the list for.
What was I doing for 7 years?
Yeah.
That was more important than this.
You're booked.
Seriously,
busy.
right? Well, yes,
you know?
that is.
You're on
for
Call Her
sure
Daddy.
true.
You know.
We're all the amazing things, but we're super excited for season 2 of
thanks.
The Recruit.
Thank
How
you.
are you feeling going into a second season? You play a lawyer, CIA lawyer, who would think can't do all the action-packed stuff, but you have to do all the action-packed stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's really funny. Like I have no training whatsoever in real life or as the character Owen. I'm excited for the second season. It's out now. So today it just came out, and it's cool. I feel like when you do the first season of a show, you really are just stumbling. Sometimes you're just stumbling around. You don't really know the exact tone. Right, you've never done it before, so you're creating something actively with everyone, and everybody might have a different kind of idea of what the show is. But then you finish it, and you get it, and you put it out, and you get feedback on what works and what doesn't. And so the first season's really setting the table, figuring out the tone, the rules of engagement, and the world. And then the second season, you get to play in it, I think, and have a lot more fun and lean into the aspects that people really enjoyed. And that's what we did. So the second season is like the first season, but with adrenaline and way more action.
Yeah.
Very funny. Yeah.
Do you feel like in the second season now you feel more comfortable with like acting as your part? Like you said, the first one you're scrambling around. The second one, do you feel like you've more become that person?
I think so. Yeah, I've spent more time with him, and it's definitely a little bit easier. I would say though, by the time we finished the first episode of season 1, it kind of settled. I was like, oh, that's who this guy is. You know, you better find it, I think.
Right. Yeah. Do you think if you know, and you did get some practice and help with the CIA, right? So like if you found yourself in a conversation, a deep conversation, you think you can hold your own and pretend for a little bit?
It may make somebody think that maybe I'm like an analyst or something. I have spoken with, since then, I've spoken with ex-CIA people. Like I spoke with a case officer, and I just started asking him questions, and he kind of looked at me like, how do you know? And I was like, I'm an actor. I work on a show. Please don't kill me.
Right.
Yeah,
He's like, you know our secrets.
It's like anybody who plays like a, you know, they're a TV doctor, and then they get people ask them for real medical advice, and they're like, no, I know you think I'm a doctor, but I don't ask me for medical advice.
Right.
At what point do you become an expert? Like I feel like was it Hugh Laurie that did House?
Yes.
So like Hugh Laurie probably would trust his medical advice.
Right.
There
I
are
think
certain
maybe like
people-
season 3.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, Ellen Pompeo, I'm like, Grey's Anatomy, I'm like, you're a doctor.
You're a doctor.
100%.
Full
You're a
doctor.
They
You're
should,
full
when
doctor.
she like resigns from Grey's Anatomy, they should give her degree.
Yeah, right. It's
You know? They should like have a ceremony
an
for her.
honorary MD.
26 seasons.
Yeah,
and it's like,
exactly.
I think
It's like
In
you-
2050, she gets her degree.
she honestly could,
no,
with that
something.
amount of time doing the show, she could have gotten a doctorate degree.
It's
in something.
true.
like 5 times over. And you got to be on location this season, actually like at CIA headquarters. And you were in South Korea. What was that like?
Oh, amazing. It's rare that you get to shoot at the CIA. In fact, all the background there were CIA, because otherwise you have to clear like 50 or 100 people, and
Right,
they don't want to
right.
clear civilians. So they did this really cool they did a raffle. I don't know if it's really cool. I think it's cool. They were like, hey, would anybody want to be a supporting actor in The Recruit for season 2? And so many people were like, oh yeah, we like that show. We'd like that they had to do a raffle where people would buy tickets, and then they like, anyway.
That is,
No, that is really
that's gotta
cool.
Be, obviously, there's a lot going on at the CIA, but like that's got to be a fun, like, okay.
It was a
TV show.
Saturday.
Right, they're like,
Yeah,
we get to be in a TV show,
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
raffle.
It was actually.
Who wouldn't want that?
It was surprising, right? Because it was a Saturday, it was a weekend, but I feel like the CIA would work on weekends as well. It's
I
one
would
of those
think so.
institutions
Yeah.
that you would think they do,
Now I'm hearing that they don't. It's like a little concerning.
right?
They're filming a TV show on their
So,
Saturday.
What do you guys do?
Right, exactly.
But we got to work. We were shot at the CIA, but we also shot at the State Department, which
cool.
was really cool. And to do both those things, and then Korea. Yeah, we went to Korea. I got to go to night markets, and we like went out. And Tae Yo, who plays Chen Kyun on the show, he took me and some of the cast to his favorite pork barbecue place.
That sounds
God, that's
amazing.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
That sounds incredible.
Was that your first time in South Korea, or you been there before?
First time.
Yeah.
never
That's
been.
What's like the nightlife scene over there?
Radical.
Yeah.
They have Gangnam. I think that's how you pronounce it. Like from Whoopum Gangnam.
Yeah. I was
And
gonna
so
say that. I
that's-
didn't want to be wrong.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
the equivalent of like their Beverly Hills. So it's kind of, they have like Gangnam, and then they have different districts. They have a very touristy bar-like district.
Yeah.
That's more like Key West. It feels like, you
Yeah.
know, or like Times
I was
Square.
gonna say Times
Times
Square.
Square.
Yeah.
Look, think of all like the touristy places in each
Dime Square now, I suppose, as it
Yeah.
turns into a little bit more of or Soho. And yeah, so there's just a lot of young people out wanting to have fun, and yeah, it's wonderful. I had a great time.
Yeah,
That sounds awesome.
That's really cool. And you got to do a little jump onto XO Kitty,
XO
right? When you were out
they
over there?
Yeah, they shot in South Korea, and I got to go and hang out with Anna, and that was cool. That was a little scary, but it was,
Yeah.
it was great.
I
Why
saw you
scary?
say that it was a little scary. Why?
Yeah, because I don't know, you don't want to mess it up, you know.
Right. Because you have every girl who, like, even just popping up in the trailer, everyone was like, Peter.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
You're like, oh God, what if I ruin it? You know.
No.
But it was wonderful, and Anna's amazing.
Yeah.
She's so sweet.
It's a really cute show, so I'm sure they were happy to have you pop
Right.
into it.
When the role of Peter first came to you, what were your thoughts? Did you expect it to blow up the way that it did?
No. I started acting when I was 8. I moved to LA when I was 15 after like coming out a couple times. And I auditioned all the time for Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, NBC, like all the regular cable channels and stuff. And if I booked a role, it was almost exclusively as the love interest role. And so when I was 20, I think I was 20, and I auditioned for To All the Boys, I just wanted a job. You know, it's not like I had any choice in the matter. And that went out for it and booked it, and we shot it independent of Netflix and had no idea. And then Netflix bought it. They bought it with this other indie that I did called Sierra Burgess is a Loser. And they were completely separate, right? There were just 2 movies that I happened to book where I played this love interest in it, and Netflix bought both of them and released them with the kissing booth. And their marketing campaign was just brilliant, I suppose, in their ability to be like, if you like this, you'll love that, and if you love that, then you'll love this. And it just they
that was a super popular time with Netflix. Like when all those movies came out, it was
all
just
the
like a
boys
dream.
and the kissing booth, like it was like all the just every girl.
It was just it was a crazy time. They knew what they were doing. I think I just throw it to Netflix's ability to market and their subscription base, right?
Absolutely.
It was smart.
When you were auditioning for that role, how many rounds did you go through, or was it kind of like?
That's a good question. I think I just auditioned, and then I went into a chemistry read with Lana. Lana had already booked the role. It was hers. And I was late. I think I was late to the initial audition, and I wore like slides with socks and a big hoodie. And
classic.
I just walked in, and Tamara Lee, who casted it after my audition, just said, "You need to dress appropriately."
you know they say dress the job you want.
Exactly. But it worked.
Exactly.
Hey, well, they remembered you.
So it worked. I was the last one in, and
no, you stood out somehow. They were like, that guy, we want to see him come back dressed.
It was different. They were like, he's good, but he looks horrible. I don't know. That's like one of those cheap tricks that they teach you when you're a child trying to make it. They go, wear a color that pops, so they remember.
Right.
I always thought, why don't I just do something that's memorable, as opposed to present a certain way.
It never worked for me.
Anyone could present anyway. Get a nice haircut, put on like some nice jewelry, and a suit.
Where'd the acting bug originally come from? Growing up in Florida and.
I just like attention.
Welcome to the club.
I know. I was gonna say honestly, Bria would have given the same answer.
I was didn't make it child actor. The whole
tried.
thing. I tried. Stand out the whole thing.
You stand up. You tried stand up?
No, not stand up. I tried acting, and I did child acting and modeling. And you walk into the audition, and they tell you when they ask you how you are, don't just say good, say fantastic. Say a word that stands out. Never worked for me.
True.
Now I'm here hosting this podcast.
It was really funny. It changed my whole career. Was I had an acting coach named her name's Sarah Banyan. Banyan.
She made a big impact on you.
No. Well, she recently changed her last name. So I'm very familiar with her initial last name. Banyan. I should look it up.
Give her the proper shout out.
Some of this out, right?
We have
the ability to cut around this.
Okay, cool. I might as well, because this is like for anyone that Banyan with an N.
Okay, got it.
Nailed it. Hit that again.
Sarah Banyan.
Sarah Banyan. It's funny you say that, because go walk in and say, "Oh, I'm fantastic." That was definitely what they taught you, right? Go in and be bright. And then I had this acting coach, Sarah Banyan, and she said, if you're having a bad day and they ask you how your day's going, just say it's terrible. Just be honest. Stop lying. Just be honest with people. And it was the best advice I ever got.
I wish I went to Sarah Banyan.
It's like, just go opposite.
You still can.
They'll remember the kid that came in and was like, I am terrible.
I actually cried my eyes out on the way here.
Yep.
And I got a flat on my way over here. And
fighting with my parents.
Traffic, I actually have another audition that I'm wait for, but I'm excited to be here.
Right. Exactly. Followed my parents the whole way here because I can't fucking get a job.
Did you have like a little bit of a culture shock sort of moving across the country and like starting to live in LA? Because that's those early high school years are a very formative time to have to like jump into the LA world.
They totally are. I had been going to LA since I was 11.
Yeah.
So I was familiar with, and I I'd worked on independent films or done TV shows. So the glitz and the glamour of it, I got a very up close, personal, working experience of it. So for me, it was never this thing that was. By the time I moved there when I was 14 or 15, I understood the workflow of working as an actor and the amount of, and from doing it since I was 8 in Miami and kind of around, it wasn't this glitz glamour thing. It wasn't this famous thing. It was this work thing, right? So when I moved to LA, there was never that. The coolest part was auditioning on lots at Warner Brothers or Fox or just going around and but no, the adjustment was, I suppose, like any kid that you take out from one high school and you put them in another one. You know, you got to make new friends, you got to find new people, but I ultimately left public high school and did independent study by the time I was 17. So
did you make a lot of friends in the industry at that time, going to auditions and such, that you like still stay in touch with now?
Yeah,
that's nice.
Patrick Cage, I've known for a long time. He just he plays he's in one of them days.
Yep.
Do you know that movie with SZA and Keke Palmer?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's called One of Them Days.
Yeah. It just came out.
It just came out.
Yeah.
So Patrick Cage, he's in that movie, and I've known him since I was 17 years old. Chris Meyer, on Sex Life of College Girls, we've known each other since for forever.
Yeah.
I've known him since middle school. We went to the same middle school together.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm trying to think of other. Yeah, I mean, you do, right? Because if you're not in school, right, you get your social network. Your group is other kids auditioning, trying to make it work, and usually, if you go to callbacks or your chemistry reads, that like the auditions are kind of a wider swath of people, right? You get, 100% of people that are audition, and then maybe 20% of those people get a callback, and then of those people, 5% get to chemistry read or mix and match, and so you just kind of befriend those people that you're seeing weekly. Yeah. And it's a crazy syndicate. A lot of people went to high school parties, or they went to frat parties in college, or they just went to parties. I did that too. I just did it in apartments and like sometimes like there was like a random billionaire that wanted young people at his house. And so you're like 16 or 17 and get invited to go to this huge mansion, and there's stripper poles and you're just like, what is going on?
Different world.
Grow up just like a little bit faster.
It's LA could be very weird in that, but there's also dope artists, right? That just they have like a house, and it's like, everybody come, we're gonna play live music and hang on. So I definitely got a unique experience. Yeah.
Do you still love the LA lifestyle, or do you kind of like to get out of there?
I like the LA lifestyle that I've found and that I've been a part of with my friends. I'm not really a club guy. I used to be. Like, it was very exciting when you're young, 17, 18, 19, 20. You're out there and you know the door guy.
Right. And you're Peter.
Yeah. Well, that was pre-Peter.
Yeah.
By the time I did To All the Boys, I had not been through my like rage phase, but I got sober when I was 21 from everything, for about a year, and then that was kind of that whole To All the Boys phase. Yeah. And then after that, I kind of went back to drinking a little bit, but never really partied. So I'm not over the lifestyle, because what I found is LA's great for like bonfires on the beach, or going hiking, and like, I don't know, it's a hub for good food and good eating, and that's all great,
Right.
What did that year kind of do for you, like kind of taking that time away from everything?
I mean, it taught me that sobriety, or abstaining at certain points of your life, can be like a superpower. Yeah. You sleep better. Yeah. You're more focused. You're more accountable. You hold yourself far more accountable if you have to prepare for something. It's not like you're hungover and you're tired, or you can't really remember your lines because of that. Like you're hungover. You gotta really confront things too. If you're not just drinking, right? If you're drinking, you don't have to really care about things. It's a good way to numb yourself or self-medicate. So you got to confront things, and then you have to find healthier ways to deal with those things. And if I'm in those phases, like right now, I'm in one of those phases where I'm just not really doing anything, and you just got to work out. Take
advantage.
Work out, and then just kind of connect with yourself and try to take care of yourself as best as you can, because life's trippy.
Right. What made you make that decision?
Man, that's a great question. I don't know how honest I can be. Should I tell him the truth, Emily? She's just like, I was so unhappy. I was like, I was able to pay my bills for the first time. I was like completely financially stable and secure. I was working regularly, and I was doing a lot of drugs, and nothing like, I wasn't doing anything crazy. I was doing drugs a lot, right? And drinking like all the time, every day. And I was young, right? I was 20 years old, and I'd been doing that for a couple of years. And so I had a career that I was proud of. I was making enough money to pay my rent and put a little bit away. And so you would think I should be super stoked and super happy, and I just wasn't. And one day I woke up and the world just looked different. Like it felt like it was the same world, but I was looking at it like something had felt like something had broken a little bit. And it scared me, and I just realized that I needed to dry out, sober up, and kind of take a look at myself and take an inventory and figure out what that change was. And get back to myself. I just wasn't a happy person, and I grew up, I was a very happy kid.
Right.
And I lost that, so I needed to find that.
Well,
I mean, that's incredible.
It's impressive to be able to recognize that
for sure
at a young age.
For sure. And I think a lot of people can relate to everything you're saying too. Like just feeling like you have everything in the world, but not feeling that happiness. So any steps that anybody can do to like make that change for themselves is just an incredible thing. So good for you.
Thank you.
Seriously, it is impressive, because and it's hard to cut everything to do it.
Right.
It takes a lot of discipline.
Because sometimes you can end up in that spot where you like start feeling bad for yourself instead of like making the change. Right? You're like, another day where I don't feel. You
can't do it. You can't do it. Like you gotta want to. You gotta be in a place where you truly gotta decide. That's why, sobriety and addiction, they're such tough things. Unless the person of interest wants it for themselves, it's very hard to make someone do that.
Yep.
And I think what led me to it was I was lucky enough to ask the question, why was I so happy when I was 11 or 12? And what changes have I made since then that have led me to be so unhappy? And I said, well, what was I doing? What was my daily life like at that age? And I just went, okay, I'm going to replicate that.
Yep. Right.
And it helped. It helped substantially.
Yeah, totally. That's amazing.
That's great. I mean, and now such a rapid like name recognition rise. You get to all the boys. It's like all of a sudden you're teen heartthrob. Every girl loves you. Every girl's obsessed over you. How did that affect like your real life?
I think, how did it affect my real life? Excuse me. Make sure you keep that in. I mean, it really just changed. I mean, the first time I realized that it was going to affect anything was I had just gotten to New York. We were doing the press tour for it. I got to my hotel, and there was a small army of people outside. And I go upstairs. I like take photos and sign things. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. Nice to meet you guys. This is weird. I go up to my hotel room and I roll a cigarette. And I go, I'm going to go outside and smoke this. And I went, I can't go outside. Right. Can I? Like, if I'm playing a kid in high school, I probably shouldn't do that. I had a panic attack.
So I freaked out.
You're like, I stuffed the towel under the door and I smoked out the window.
Immediate freak out.
Smoked out there. And I just kind of got my bearings and went, no, I think this is okay. I think you'll be fine. And I just went to the service and entrance, and I said, hey, I went to like some of the people in the kitchen. I was like, can I smoke somewhere? And they were like, yeah, just go out there. So it was fine.
Right.
It just changes little things like that. it changes the way that you're in public just by virtue of individuals that you don't know you or think that they know you, and they come up to you. And so I remember a manager when I was younger and just starting said, whenever you're in public, you're working. And so that's kind of a different mentality to have too, right? You're not anonymous anymore. There's no anonymity. Even if, I think I said that word right.
Yeah, you're that's heavy. That's like whoa, okay.
Right.
That's
like even if you go out to dinner, you're like, I feel like everyone can see me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes they do, sometimes you are. Sometimes nobody knows who you are, and that's awesome. And
right. Yeah. And you feel like you have, like you said, you're playing a kid in high school, so you feel like you have an image to uphold, but you're also an adult who could smoke a cigarette. So, but you have a younger crowd, and I think we see this all the time lately now too. Just like the younger crowd, TikTok, they like don't know that the people they're watching on TV are older, and they get mad at like cursing or anything like that. And you're like, you know what I mean? Like even like if you take Taylor Swift for an example, it's like if she's spotted doing anything of the sorts, or like Super Bowl last year, she's out partying, they're like, oh my God, she's at a party. And it's like, well, yes, she's an adult.
She's
like that sort of thing.
30s.
Right, exactly.
But no,
let her rage.
No, it's true. It must have been kind of really a big jump. And now how fun is it for you kind of to jump into more of like an action adventure role with The Recruit, kind of coming from like the teen heartthrob movies?
Yeah, it's fun. It's just a different like muscle. And it's great. Like literally. And Owen's cool as a character. He's not supposed to be this perfectly trained killer. He's not supposed to be badass. He's supposed to be a young kid fresh out of law school that gets recruited to be a lawyer at the CIA, that gets thrown into these crazy deep ends with people that are trying to kill him and people that are trained to look cool. And he just doesn't. He gets to be a mess. And I think that's awesome. And it's a fresh way into the spy genre. And I like playing it because I don't have to try to look cool. I just get to be like panicked.
Right, exactly. Well, The Recruit season 2 is out now on Netflix. And to wrap up with one last question.
One last question presented
by Truly. Shout out the Paradise flavor, my favorite.
Yes.
What would be a dream role for you now that you've done, romance, heartthrob, CIA? Do you have a dream role?
It's just such a horrible answer to that question. I wish I had a really interesting one for you. Not really. I don't really have a dream role. I look for like dream directors and filmmakers that I just really trust. And
do you have like a favorite director that you would love to work with?
I don't have a favorite. No. But I have a few that I hopefully get
on
to
the
work
wish
with
list.
pretty soon.
Yeah. Open to all opportunities.
Yeah.
I know it's like you don't want to say it either because
I
work with this person. And
I completely understand.
Right.
It's like people are like, no, I have my wish list, and it stays on the list until it becomes a reality.
Right. It's like when you don't say your wishes out loud.
Yeah,
like,
right. What'd you wish for?
I'm not telling you.
Exactly.
Weirdo. That won't come true.
Exactly. I'm sorry I asked. Anyways. Thank you so much, Noah.
Thank you, Noah. We really appreciate it. And The Recruit season 2 is streaming now on Netflix.
That's right. Now playing on Netflix. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate your time.
Have you heard of Goldbelly? It's this amazing site that you can order from all the time, where you can get the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants all across the U.S., and they will ship it free to your door anywhere in the country. Goldbelly will ship you Philly cheesesteaks from Jim's or Pat's in Philly, the original Buffalo wings from the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, and even Kansas City's most legendary barbecue. And if the pizza near you sucks, they will ship you New York pizza from John's on Bleecker, or Chicago deep dish from Lou Malnati's, or even New Haven or Detroit style pizza. Goldbelly is fantastic, guys. I've used Goldbelly a ton, either to send people stuff, I've received it as a gift, which is amazing. You get some of your favorite items from these famous places. Last week, I got some cheesesteaks from Pat's, and oh my God, they were delicious. Sent right to the door, open up, pop those bad boys in the oven, and they were perfect. It was a big crowd pleaser. Everybody was pumped. I had brought them over from friends too. It was amazing. Great for parties. So if you're looking to host an epic Super Bowl party or any party for that matter, go to goldbelly.com and get free shipping and 20% off your first order with promo code CHICKS. That's goldbelly.com, code CHICKS for free shipping and $20 off your first order.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys so very much, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday. Ta-ta for now.